Hi guys, welcome again. Today we're going to do a Suriname vlog. I went on vacation in Suriname and I would like to share the country where I was born and grew up the first 11 years of my life. Well, the first thing that you're going to see is us riding through the streets, and as you can see, um, everybody lives in the same neighborhood. So you have people who have it, people who are doing well, and people who are just like more from humble beginnings, but everybody lives next to each other and we all get along well. You can see different types of South American constructions, and Suriname is a country where people of all kind of ethnicities live together. You have a great population of people who came to live there through laboring. Um, we have like the Indians who came from India and they came to work there. But I need to make a little side note. They were working under very hard conditions. And the next group were the Javanese people, the people who came from the island of Java in Indonesia, and they also worked under difficult conditions. And the Chinese population was always like there in Suriname, but the original population of Suriname is the Native American people. They too had it, basically very hard to get certain facilitations, but also to do well in Suriname because of the colonial government. But the population in Suriname that after the Native Americans came in were the people of African descent, and they came there through transatlantic slavery, enslavement, and the circumstances that they were working on. We all know the horrific things that happened during slavery. It wasn't easy, but still they managed to make Suriname their own and made the best of it. And now all these groups are living together in Suriname in harmony. And during the other times, the Brazilian came in, the Lebanese people, and all these people are making it work on this, in this little small country in South America next to Brazil. So we're sitting in the car right now, and we're on our way to a place where we can relax. It's called Overbridge. A lot of people who live in Paramaribo go in the weekends. During the weekend, they go to Overbridge to have a little bit of relaxation. In Suriname, the biggest population, let's say the most people who live in Suriname, they live in Paramaribo. And after that, the biggest place to live in, the biggest city or district, as you say, is Nikeri. Nikeri is not so far from Guyana, so there's a lot of Guyanese influence. The biggest, let's say, in the Suriname, in Nikeri, when we're talking about Nikeri, a lot of people of Indian descent live in Nikeri, and it's like a city where people do a lot of fishing and they live close to nature, and they also farm rice. Nigeria is famous for rice farming. So should you go to Suriname, absolutely visit Nikeri and make contacts and see if you can go to a rice farm to see how the paddy gets produced, because they call it paddy over there. And they produce quality rice. So that's also one of the products that Suriname is absolutely proud of. So we're steady on the road. You can see lots of things, supermarkets, little markets. In Suriname, you can say on every street, you have like a Chinese supermarket where you can buy lots of different things, European products, but also native products. And then what you also have is like small warungs, which reminds you of Indonesia, because I already mentioned that a big Indonesian population, people of Indonesian descent, live in Suriname as well. So you can find the warungs where you can buy um, tasty snacks like tilo. Tilo is a snack with cassava and salted fish. And what people sometimes do is also add a little bit of peanut sauce, spicy peanut sauce. You can also buy dishes like pichil. Pichil is a dish with steamed vegetables and with peanut sauce. Bami, this is the noodles with soya sauce and spicy meat. So there's a lot going on. So what you can see now is that we just passed Lely Darab. It's the native name is Kofi Jompo, and Lely Darab is also a place in Suriname where a lot of people of Javanese descent live, but you can say it's a mixed population. You can find all the big ethnic groups in Suriname. You can find over there, and it's a nice place. You can go. It's like you could say a smaller version of Paramaribo. You have all of the important shops you can find in Lelydorp, and when you go deeper, then you get in the district called Para. And Para is a place where a lot of people, let's say in the past, they used to form. What they would do was like um, they had a lot of timber plantations over there. So people used to do that, and now it's a place where um, that's specifically owned by people who basically survived their great grandfathers and mothers survived slavery, and they made sure that the people that came after them, that they had a place, always had a place of land where they could stay, and that is also what they had taken in their will, that it always should be a place that they work hard on the land, and there always should be a place for the descendants to live on. So now that we're riding through Para, a couple of products that people are also, or let's say the people that who live in the district but are also are proud of is like they have a local, a tasty snack. It's more cassava bread. It's called dosi. It's cassava bread with, in the middle you could say, um, it's like coconut, rasped coconut, and the ingredients are like with sugar. It's like a marmalade with sugar, and sometimes they put in ginger, but also pineapple. And then they do it in the bake the cassava bread, and then they fill it with this blend of this marmalade from coconut, um, pineapple, sugar, and sometimes some tasty essences to just give it a different taste. Um, when there are, in Suriname, they have like different times of the year, seasons. They have like the big rainy season, small rainy seasons, the big drought, and then the small drought. And then all those, during all those seasons, there are certain products that you can buy. Sometimes you see a lot of pineapples across the street, across both sides of the streets. But when I was there, it was like watermelon time. So when you were driving through the streets, all that you could see were watermelon. So um, and Suriname is hot, so we're really happy when we saw the watermelons. I'm not really a watermelon fan, but the people who were with me, they were like, yes, we have something, to drink and to cool off a little bit. So as you can see, Paris was also a district that's, it's more and more developing. And the development happens really quick, because you can go like go to the I, for example, I reside in the Netherlands, but you can go like on vacation this year, and next year you see a lot of things have changed, but then not a lot of things still stay the same. So As a Surinamese person, it's like you see new things, you see old things, but it always feels like home. So that's a great one of the great things. So as we're cruising, in Suriname we also have like a Maroon population, and they are also rich in culture. They have managed to reserve a lot of African traditions. So also they have different tradition when it comes to like communicating the community, how they how the elders speak with the young ones, and how the young ones interact with the elders, how they interact with themselves. It's a very regulated society, a society that takes pride in respect, and they also have a rich tradition when it comes to clothing, traditional clothing. They make nice, beautiful clothes called pangi, and these pangi, what they do is like, yeah, they have different patterns for the pangis, and the pangi, they all have a different meaning, and all these pangi, um, they have like different messages that they would like to wear out. And what often happens is that a lot of the Surinamese proverbs are also on these pangi. So then you have like a beautiful cloth, but you also learn much about the wisdom of a culture. So that is one of the great things. When you think about Suriname, you also think about eco travel. So when people come from abroad, they like to go to the interior, the deep interior of Suriname, and like to visit the Maroon communities to see how they live, how they farm, how they interact with nature. They also have a rich knowledge of plants, and how that works, and how you can heal with those plants. So when people go, they also go for herbal knowledge, but also just to take in the Amazonian forest, to know how the people live over there, and just to be one with nature, to hear all the noises, and also just to, yeah, to relax in the rivers. They have like rivers with big rocks called, and the rocks, and when you go over those rocks, you can say those are chulas, and it's like a natural massage that you get when you are in the rivers, and those within the rocks, and the water comes with full speed. It's really healing. And in Suriname, we have like brown water. The water is so brown because of the leaves that fall in it, and all those leaves that are in the water. They also have like medicinal working. So when you're in Suriname, you get the time to relax, and just, just to be one with the people all around you. It's a great food, great culture, great people. It's really an experience. You have to forgive me. We're riding now to the city of Paramaribo. I just forgot that I have like different scenes, and we're going to different places. So in retrospect, I'm just telling you about this lovely country. So the next thing that you're going to see, we're going through the city, but the next part that we're going to is like a place called Houttuyn. Houttuyn is like also one of the places that you can go to when you're in Paramaribo and you want to do something fun. Now, what you're seeing before you is the glamping tent that they have over there. So, when you're with your family, you want to do something fun. Yeah, you talk, you eat nice, good food, and you're all together, and you're like, yeah, doing the things that family does. Then you just, books a place somewhere, and you just go to be to have things. To just feel like it used to be when you were maybe when you were living there, or just to spend some time with your family. So now we're walking through the property. It's still over there, so you will definitely get your rest. It's across the Suriname Rivier, so the Suriname River. Op onze route zien wij prachtige tropische planten. We went there for the birthday of my father, just to give him a good old time. Op de achtergrond zie je dus een private pool. It was during COVID, so it was not that crowded. But I'm letting you see what the what the resort is giving. I think that's the place where they give massages. And a shop where people can buy some merchandise. Overall, the property is well taken care of. As I told you, they have glamping tents, but they also have like cute little houses that will remind us of the Maroon culture in the interior of Suriname. You can see the houses before you. Een beetje denken aan de huizen die je ziet in het binnenland van Suriname, maar dan met een moderne twist. And where we're now walking to is like the little house where they give like yoga classes, yoga trainings. And when you walk further, you can see the Suriname river again. So when they have yoga lessons early in the morning, it gives people this serene feeling. Tenminste, ik denk dat het de Surinaamse rivier is, of de Suriname rivier. We zien op de achtergrond zien we de maan. You can see the sun is going under. Geen idee. Because we arrived late in the afternoon. This is the reception area. Nou, ik ben super blij dat ik weer terug ben in Suriname. Jullie horen op de achtergrond van de prachtige natuurgeluiden, vogels. Heel mooi. Je komt hier echt tot rust. Partly hear me talking